นะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะนะโมตัสสะภะคะวะโตอะระหะโตสัมมาสัมพุทธัสสะพุทธังธัมมังสังฆังนะมาสามิ Blessings to everyone tonight. Had the opportunity to speak with you all via this format, this platform. As Peter mentioned, normally I'm behind the camera organizing the camera and screens, and I'm hiding off to one corner. So it looks like it's my turn to be in front. So it's great to see so many people coming to tune in to listen to the Dhamma. It's a really wonderful way to spend our time. I believe this has been a series of Dhamma talks which have been given by different leaders of different communities from the both the full branch monastery and associated branch monasteries of Venerable Luang Por Chah. So far, we're at the halfway point of the annual Rains Retreat. So this is a great opportunity for us to take stock of maybe how our practice has been going over the last month and a half since we've begun this series of Dhamma talks online. Some of you may have set aspirations to keep for this period of time, whether that's some determinations. You might say, for example, want to have put in more hours of meditation, listen to more Dhamma talks, or maybe go without something that you feel you want to challenge yourself by going without. So it's generally the halfway point of the Rains Retreat where we start to hit a little bump or a little hump in the aspirations. We can sometimes feel that we're only halfway. So we've got a whole nother this amount of time again to reach the end. Or some of you might think, oh, it's gone very quick. I can keep up this practice. It's quite easy. So everyone's experience will be slightly different, but it's always a good time to take stock about how you've been going in your practice, what maybe you can improve on, or how you can uplift yourself if maybe you've neglected to keep up your aspirations that you set at the beginning of the Rains Retreat. So it's never too late to brush yourself off and start from the beginning again. This year, I had the great honor to become a preceptor. So early this year in March, with the support and guidance of Venerable Luang Por Anand and Luang Por Kalyano, they put my name forth to undertake the examinations to become what's called an upajjhaya. So in English, we call it a preceptor. So this qualification or examination process is the process to then become one who can ordain people into the Buddhasasana. So ordain monks. So having passed that examination and come back to Adelaide just before the Rains Retreat, we had 9 candidates come to ordain as Buddhist monks here at Bodhipala Monastery. So really amazing amount of interest coming forth to ordain. Some of them were for a very short period of time, but 5 of the candidates have remained in the robe and are still here at the halfway mark of the Rains Retreat. So it's been wonderful to see their efforts, their sacrifice, what we call in Pali, the nekama. So even just to reach the monastery, many of them had to give up their jobs, maybe take long service leave. Some of them even gave up their jobs, quit their jobs to do this, seeing that it's a unique and rare opportunity to take on the robe of a Buddhist monk for the period of the Rains Retreat. So even before setting foot in the monastery, I myself knew that a lot of them had passed through a lot of difficulty, what we call a lot of maras. Often it's kilesa mara, which means our own defilements, our doubt, our uncertainty. Can I do it? Is this going to be too difficult? Or maybe external obstacles like maybe some of them came up for new job offers. They already set the aspiration to come to the monastery, but maybe before they even set foot in the monastery, they had a call saying that I have a new job offer for you with more money, which can be very hard to let go of, to give that up, and the worry about the bills, the mortgage, the payments, the person who you may be leaving at home to take care of the worldly matters, whether that's a partner or a family situation, to then come to a monastery in a quiet, peaceful environment to keep 227 rules. It's quite a difficult decision to make. So even before they set forth or set foot in the monastery to go forth as a Buddhist monk, I already knew that they'd been through such difficulty already. They're very inspiring to see so many candidates to come forth to request what we call upasampada, the going forth. So when you become a Buddhist monk, the ordination ceremony is a mixture of memorization of chanting that we need to know to conduct the ordination ceremony correctly, and also ways of behavior, so what we call a choreography of a ordination ceremony. And you're also questioned as to your suitability to become a Buddhist monk as well. So there's certain qualifications. But I have to say, one of the biggest obstacles for people is this willingness to give up. So give up our normal worldly desires and attachments to come forth and train as a Buddhist monk. So for many of them, most of them are in their late 30s, early 40s. For that many years, meaning for 30 to 40 years, they've been living their lives according to how they wish to live their lives. They wake up when they want to wake up. They eat what they feel like they want to eat. They sleep when they want to sleep. They have the freedom to go wherever you want to go. But coming into the monastery, you're coming into a training system and a way of conducting yourself, which is a huge change for so many of them. In the monastery, you eat when the monastery has decided that you eat. You wake up when the routine requires you to wake up. You have to wear a whole set of robes which you're unfamiliar with wearing. You have to behave in a whole new way. So learning the ways and behavior of a Buddhist monk, you need to have a good teacher as well. So somebody who can guide you and show you those ways of behavior. So for many of the candidates, their first month or month and a half, as we've come up to right now, has been both challenging and inspiring for them. Many of them have only now realized what it takes to be a Buddhist monk and what happens behind the closed doors, you could say, of a Buddhist monastery. What's involved with learning how to be a Buddhist monk, the rules you keep, the etiquette, the routine. In some ways, it looks very easy when you see a senior monk sitting there before you. They seem very at ease, peaceful, contented. But leading up to that point in their monk's life, there's been a lot of change and adaptation from being one who has been untrained to be one who has been trained. So the candidates have been persevering through their different obstacles they may experience as new candidates coming into the monastery, whether that's the desire for food that they love, whether it's missing the family, whether it's wanting to behave in a way which you can't behave in as a Buddhist monk. You're getting a reflection about where your desires lie, where your attachments lie, and this is like a mirror that we can then learn how to let go of, give up our attachments to those old ways of behavior, to change from normal life activities to those activities of a Buddhist monk. So for me, it's a great honor to give that opportunity and encourage those candidates to grow and flourish in the Dhamma. It's very inspiring to see their sacrifice and their ongoing sacrifice, this nekamma, to stay in the monastery, to keep learning about the different duties of a monk. There's even one of our monks who has begun to memorize the Patimokkha. The Patimokkha is the recitation of the 227 rules of a Buddhist monk and takes about 45 to 50 minutes to chant. And this monk had heard that if you chant that Patimokkha for the Sangha, then your parents will automatically go to heaven. The powerful, great, good karma that comes from that upkeeping, upholding the Patimokkha in its original form, in the Pali script, has very immense and powerful karma to it. So one of the candidates has decided to, although he's not sure how long he can stay for, he wants to try his very best to try and memorize that. So very inspiring to see that as well. As well as that, we've been leading them all in the construction of our new Buddhist monument called a Chedi, or in Pali you call it Chaitya. And so everyone's been helping out in joining in with the construction of that. And when we build something of great spiritual significance like that, you're also reflecting on the meaning behind what you're constructing as well. At the moment, we're up to the foundations of the monument. So it's very meaningful to reflect upon building a great, firm and stable foundation for a Buddhist monument. It reminds us of the qualities that create a firm and stable foundation in our Dhamma practice as well. When we create that firm and stable foundation, then it's long-lasting. The qualities of nekama, like I've been describing this evening, being able to give up our normal likes and dislikes to aspire towards the true understanding of Dhamma. So it's slow but steady progress that we undertake in our Dhamma practice. And for this halfway point in the Rains Retreat, I would encourage all of you to keep up your practice and remind yourself of your original intention, your original inspiration that you had when you began the Rains Retreat. Remember what brought you to joining in with every live stream or Zoom session or Dhamma talk, and bring up that original inspiration to help you through any dips and bumps that you might experience in the Rains Retreat, and encourage you all to keep going with your practice right through to the end of the Rains Retreat and beyond. So I'll finish the talk there and maybe open up to anyone who wishes to ask anything, anything that you feel you have a question about or you want some suggestions or advice about.
หันตมยามโอวารกถาสาธุกรังกตมาเสสาธุสา